Hello, hello, hello. I am wondering for those of you that obviously we're in these groups, we're in this group, and we're awake. We've watched The Fall of Cabal, we've watched endless videos, conspiracies, we follow Q, we we've been red pilled. I can't think of the other movie right now. Um, now what? Okay, I'm awake. I know, I've seen. Um, I what do I do with all this information? And how do I impact the world? And maybe you got sad, maybe you got overwhelmed, maybe um it stopped you, maybe it's keeping you paralyzed, maybe it's put you in fear, maybe it's put you on your knees praying, maybe it's converted you to, be a Trump fan, maybe you don't know what to do, you still don't like Trump. It doesn't matter what your political views are. I would like to do, because for me, what it's done, it's like, okay, now what? I have all this information. Now what do I do? How do I get up and move? How do I impact the world? How do I do something with it? What do I do with all this information? I believe you and I have been woken up to this information, whether we believe it all or not, right? What we're all, I think, in agreement is that there's a narrative and there is an intention behind that narrative and there's someone controlling it. So if you are like me and want to take what you've learned and now are wondering what to do with it, I would like to start a page because if you're like me, you're in multiple pages that talk about all these crazy things, right? And if you're like me, you've found yourself wasting hours going down these rabbit holes, not being very productive. Now, I'd like to start a page for not political, not for all these videos to share these videos. It's just like I am awake now. What page? What do I do with what I've been given? What do I do? How do I impact the world? How do I take this information? Because I believe that if we come together, okay, and we focus on what we can do instead of what we can't do, focus on our strengths, and we set an intention, we pray together, we set up an intention that we can impact the world and we can create a ripple effect. So how do we do that? So I'd like to create a page. If you're interested in joining this page, if you think it's a good idea for us to come together, collaborate in a page, I'm awake now, what? Where do I go from here? And that kind of information, tips to uplift yourself, tips to impact the world, tips to change your mindset, tips to transforming, um, tips to movement, tips to just evolve, because we're all evolving whether we like it or not. And if we're not evolving, then we're dying. So, how do we grow together? And what are things that we can share? What is working for you? What may be working for me? And how do we do this together? Okay. So, let me know if this is something you'd like. If you think that this would add value to you, let me know. And we will create this page together. Okay.